Welcome to SIRA MCQ YouTube channel. Today we discuss advanced level A-level accounting paper 2025 question number 21. 21 question and 22 questions, both of them are related to one information. Look here, we firstly concentrate to question number 21. Look here, total revenue to be recognized. There is a revenue should be identified. Total revenue to be recognized for the year ending 31st March 2025. Okay, 31st March 2025 as per the SLFRS 15 revenue from contracts with the customers. There is a revenue identified during the year should be according to the revenue from contract with the customers. Therefore, I firstly read the question, the information. Look here, Suranga PLC sells a special type. Look here, this is the major point. Special type of electric generators. They sell electric generators which requires specialized knowledge for installation. This is the specialized electric generator. In that time, there is a specialized knowledge requirement is for installation. There is a installation. Installation is another part. Okay, the generators is one part. The specialized knowledge requirement for installation, the special installation is the second part. Another one, accordingly, the installation of these generators is done only by the Suranga PLC. Suranga PLC is our company. Installation of these generators, you know, there is generators is one part, installation is second part. The installation of these generators is done only by the Suranga PLC. Only this specialized installation is done only by us. Okay, in that case, further maintenance services is required 9 months after the installation of the generators. After the installation, there is 9 months. 9 months there's maintenance. Further maintenance services is required 9 months after the installation. After the installation, you must be maintains these generators. This is another part. Okay, this maintenance services could be provided by the any electric supplier in the market. There is a outside purchasing. You can already this is the machine is a one part, installation is the second part, third one is maintenance. Maintenance can be get the customer on other parties. There you can identify the installation and machine was supplied by us. In that point is the maintenance can be getting, you can get another party, another supply, another seller. Okay, in that time, this is the other thing, the information relating to generators. Look here, information relating to generators sold, already sold. Installed means already done, installed. And maintained, already done, maintained by the company during the year ending 31st March 2025 as follows. Generators sold, generators installed, maintenance services completed, generators quantity. This is a quantity 28, 24, 12. The price charged per unit 2,500. This is 1,000, no, 500 and 400. This is a requirement. Total revenue to be recognized for the year ending 31st March 2025 as per the SLFRS 15 revenue from contract with the customers. Firstly, we must follow the revenue recognition steps. What are the revenue recognition steps? This is the revenue recognition steps. This is the process. First one is you identify the contract. Identify the contract with customer. This meaning is identify the contract means customer and the seller is us, our company. We must agree with the contract. You like it, seller like it to sell the generators, and buyer, this is the customer, like to buy these generators. This is the agreement. Identify the contract. This is agreement means agree to agreement. Okay, this is the agreement identification. Identify the contract with the customer is agree both buyer and seller. Okay, the next is the major point. We identify, this is the identify the contract with the customer is already done. They agreed, both of them are agreed to carry out this contract. Okay, the next point is identify the performance obligations. Identify the performance obligations means there is a responsibility to supply the customer. The seller promise some responsibility. I supply you. This is the promises. These are promises of seller. Promises. There, in that time, we must identify how many promises. Look here, there is a chicken rice seller. He must identify how many performance obligations, how many promises to give the customer. Look here, the example is chicken rice. Customer said that this is the customer. This is the seller. Customer request order chicken rice. At that time, the seller create a chicken rice with chicken plus rice was chicken rice. Chicken rice. At that time, seller must be identify how many performance obligations, how many promises. You can think, some person think chicken rice one performance obligation, one promise. This is chicken rice. No, this is some there is a chicken rice is some. This is a chicken rice. The plate. Okay, this is the plate. Chicken rice plate. At that time, some person think there is a one performance obligation. Some person said that there is a two performance obligation. What are they? This is the chicken is the one performance obligation. Rice is the another performance obligation. Give the chicken is one performance obligation. Give the rice is second performance obligation. No. You think at that time, you think the chicken and rice, there are promises. Okay, I agree with. In that time, the seller must be identified. There is a interconnected with the chicken and rice. Yes, the customer, the seller can sell only chicken without rice? He cannot. The customer requests us the chicken rice. At that time, we give the chicken and seller said, please get your rice in another shop. Can you tell it? No, cannot. In that poem, there is interconnected with chicken and rice. Therefore, we must identify chicken and rice. The both of them are one performance obligation. The criteria is there is a interconnected. There is a connected. No, interconnected. Connected. Okay, there is interconnection. Interconnection with the performance obligation. There is a connection. There is a the connectivity of these chicken and rice. Therefore, there is a one performance obligation can be identified. At that time, there is no interconnection with the. There is interconnection means you can separate it and sell separately. Can you sell separately only rice and chicken? No. There's a chicken rice is interconnected. Why? The chicken cannot survive without rice. The rice cannot survive without chicken. Okay, the chicken cannot survive without rice. Rice cannot survive without chicken. Therefore, there is interconnected. Okay, they love them. Okay, there is a connection. This is a couple. The couple is there is a love them, both of them. There is a one person can be identified, one performance obligation. And there is another one is there is no connection between chicken and rice. There is another path to be identified. There is no connection between. Look here, I identify the Pepsi. There is chicken rice. Customer ordered chicken rice and Pepsi. There is an interconnection with chicken rice and Pepsi. Yes. No. There is no interconnection with Pepsi. Why? There is chicken rice can be identified. Chicken rice can be sold in our shop, and we can tell it, please, we cannot supply you this Pepsi. Please get it from another shop. Can. Therefore, the chicken rice is one performance obligation, and Pepsi is another performance obligation. Okay, why? There is no interconnection with Pepsi and chicken rice. Okay, there is no interconnection. Why? The Pepsi can be purchased separately from another shop. Therefore, there is no interconnection. There is no love with Pepsi and chicken rice. Therefore, there is a separate one can be separately. Therefore, the chicken and rice cannot be separately identified, but Pepsi can be separately. In that poem, this is the second one is the major point. Identify the how many performance obligation. Therefore, based on this question, we must identify what are the performance obligations. Look here, they tell us they supply. Suranga PLC sells a special type of electric generators. Look here, this is the performance obligation. Sometimes I mark one. This is a generator sold. This is a supply generators. Second one is generators installation. Yes, the second one is generators installation. The second one, the third work is maintenance services completing. In that point, there are two works, two promises can be identified. But look here, I write this performance obligation in another page. What are they? Supply generators. The first one is supply generators, second one is installation, the third one is, what is this? Maintain services, in that point you cannot think how many performance obligation. There's a 3, but this is wrong. Look here, there is an interconnection with the some performance obligation. Look here, Suranga PLC sells a special type of electronic generators, okay, they sell, which requires specialized knowledge for which installation. There is a special knowledge requirement to installation. Look here, accordingly the installation of these generators is done only by Suranga PLC. They supply, look here, they supply generators, okay. Installations are the second part. The installation is a special installation, therefore only Suranga PLC can only these installation, okay. The supply generators are the first one, the second one is only done by the Suranga PLC, therefore the supply generators are done by the Suranga PLC, our company. The installation is a special one, is done by only Suranga PLC. The chicken was supplied by us, the rice was supplied by us. Why? There's a special one, there's interconnected. The supply of generators and installation done by us. Why? This is a special one. The installation cannot be identified the separate one. Why? The installation cannot be getting in outside market. There is no separation. Why? They both of them are special. They loved it. They are combined together. Why? They cannot separate it. Why? Another business cannot supply this installation. Therefore, this is my heart, this is my love. Therefore, they connected in one performance obligation. I marked the A. A is a performance obligation. The connected performance obligation. Why? They cannot separate it. Okay, they cannot separate it. Why? These are the installation can be identified only Suranga PLC, done by Suranga PLC. Machine supply by special one, this is the only can be Suranga PLC. They are interconnected. Chicken and rice is both are interconnected. They cannot, the separate ones cannot identify, cannot purchase from outside. Okay, this is the A is a one performance obligation. A is supply generators and installation is a one performance obligation. This meaning is to complete the performance obligation A should be, this one is should be okay, this one is should be okay. The complete to chicken and rice both of them are must be completed. In that point, the A performance obligation means supply generators and installation. The both of these works done by the company. After that, there are two works can be done. Two works must be done to complete A performance obligation. Therefore, there is a one work is done. The supply generators is done. You cannot identify revenue. Why? The installation and chicken rice both of them are interconnected. You must complete both of them to identify these performance obligation. There are two are connected. In that point, the another point is said that what is this? Another point is, look here, further a maintenance services is required 9 months. Maintenance services after the installation of generators. Look here, the maintenance services could be provided by any electric generator supplier in the market. The maintenance services could be provided, this persons provide by any electric generator. Okay, the Suranga PLC is our company, but they said that the maintenance services could be provided any electric generators like a Pepsi or any other hotel or sellers can be separately sell Pepsi. In that point, this is maintenance services provided any electric generator supplier in the market. In that point, there is a separation of maintenance services. Why? The maintenance services can be purchased, can be gotten in other persons. Therefore, there is no connection, no combination with the Suranga PLC. Therefore, this is a separate person. Therefore, I identify another promise as maintenance services. This one is special one. There are special one. There are one blood persons. Therefore, I connected, but this person cannot connected. Why? This is the outside parties can supply the maintenance services. Therefore, we cannot add to these maintenance services to one performance obligation. Therefore, we can identify there are two performance obligation, A and B. Okay, in that time we must identify the third one. Third step is identify the contract price. Identify the contract price. Contract price means full price of the contract. This price is there. Look here, there's price is there. The unit price prices is supplied by them. Unit prices are there. Look here, unit prices. There's unit prices. These are total unit prices and charges per unit, 2500, 500 and 400. This is the unit prices we can identify. After that, the fourth one is, this is the third one. Fourth one is distributing the contract price in performance obligations. This meaning is the contract price must be identified, and contract price is a full price, should be dividing in performance obligation. The distributing part is already done. Look here, the distributing part is already done. There's generators, we must identify 2500. Generators installed 500 unit price and 400 to maintain services. At that time I identified, look here, our performance obligation, generators 2500 per unit price. The installation is for 500. This this workings, this performance obligation, there are two works. This is the one of performance obligation, therefore I identified 3000 in per unit price as a performance obligation A. After that, the maintenance services I identified 400,000 per unit. This is the price of maintenance services. There is a total price is 3,400. 3,400. I divide in these 3,400 in one performance obligation is 3,000. The maintenance services should be identified 400. This is the performance obligations dividing in unit price, contract price. This is the 2,500, 500 and 400. Total value is 3,400. No, the total value should be dividing in contract price. Contract price is the allocation of contract price. After that, the next step is the final step. This is the fourth one. No, is the fifth one is the major point. Identify the revenue after performance obligations are satisfied. This meaning is identify the revenue. This is the revenue identification. This is our target. Identify the revenue after the performance obligation are satisfied. Look here, identify the revenue. Identify the revenue means revenue should be credited. Okay, after the performance obligation are satisfied. Performance obligation satisfied means the seller satisfied, seller supplied, seller give, seller sold the promises. They agreed to some promises, performance obligations. After the seller satisfied, supplied, sold these performance obligations, after that the seller's promises are already okay. In that time we can identify the contract, we can identify the revenue. At that point we identify the unit price. We must identify how many performance obligations already done. Look here, they said that the question generators sold. This work is okay. Look here, I prepared these performance obligations in that point. Look here, this is the performance obligation. This is the first part. What is the first part? Supply generators. This is the supply of generators. They done how many generators they supplied? 28 was okay. This is the supplied generator. Supplied generators. Okay, after that they said that generators installed 24. Already supplied generators 28. Out of this 28, 24 was installed. You know, there is the generators, supplied generators 28 divided in 2, out of these 28, the 24 computers installed. Install means they connected to the their machineries on some time. This is install is the second part. There is a uninstalled computers are there. 4 computers are not installed. At that point there are two separations is there. At that time not installed is 4, then installed is 24. After that they said that maintain services completed 12 generators. Maintain services 12 generators. Out of this after the installation you must be maintained. There's no install, there is no maintenance. Okay, out of these 12 computers, so 12 generators are get supplied. What is the word they use? Maintenance service completed maintenance services, completed maintain services. There is no incomplete, there is no complete maintenance services should be this remaining one. There is another 12, that out of 24 there is a 12 generators completed maintenance services, but the out of these remaining 12 are not get maintain services. Maintain services. Maintain services. This is the chart. This is the supplied computers. Out of this 24 was installed and not installed is 4, and the 12 is completed maintenance out of this 24, and 12 is not get maintained services. Okay, this is not okay. This is okay. This is okay. This is okay. Not okay. This is okay. In that point, identify the revenue. At that point, this is the performance obligation. You should be at the identification of performance obligation. Supply generators and installation is one part. Therefore, both of them should be complete to complete this performance obligation. Therefore, you must be identify both of them okay points to identify supply generators and installation, the one performance obligation. Therefore, I identify, look here, identify this one. At that point, look here, I follow this one. This is the units. This is a units, no? Therefore, this one, look here. Look here, supply generators are 28. I identify this 28. Look here, 28, the separate one. 24 and 4. Okay, this is the supplied generators. This is okay. This is okay. Okay, this is supplied generators. After that, they said 24 was installed, not installed 4. Okay, in that point, I identify this one. Out of this one, this is a plus, this is the 28 total. They installed 24 was installed. This is the installation. This 24 was okay, but 4 is not installed. There is not okay. Look here, there is a supplied generators 28, this is the 24 and 4. Okay, at that time there is only 24 computers are installed. This is okay. Out of this 4, the supplied generators is 4, this 4 is not installed. Therefore you can identify this 24 is, look here, this 24 was supplied and this 24 was installed. This is the completion of chicken rice. This is a completion of chicken rice. Therefore we can identify the revenue both of them. Why? This to complete the one performance obligation, this both of them should be okay. Okay, in that point, but this 4 is okay for supplying, but this installation is not done yet. Therefore these 4 cannot be identified. Why? Half of this is done, only chicken is done. Therefore only 24 generators can be identified as revenue. At that point 3000 is total price, 3000 is total price. Therefore I identify the revenue, this 24 revenue. This is the supply generator. This is, I shortly said, generators and installation is one performance obligation. The unit price is 3000 and multiplied by 24, 72,000 is total revenue. After that, how many maintenance services? Maintenance services are separate. One, how many maintenance services are okay? Look here, out of these 24, 12 computers are 12 generators complete maintenance service. Therefore only 12 maintenance services is okay. Therefore I can identify the revenue 12. This is the maintenance services. The unit price is 400, you know, unit price is 400 there, unit price is 400. After that there are supply of 12 maintenance services. Therefore there is a answer is 4,800. There is okay. This is 7,600 and 800 is the answer. This is the revenue recognized. At that point, this is the major one, is this one is a connection. There is a to identify the revenue, both parties, both works should be complete. Therefore both are complete, only 24 units. Therefore I identify the 24 unit income as a revenue. Maintenance services is the separate one. There are 12 maintenance services are supplied. Therefore I identify 14 into 12. Therefore total one is 76,800. There is answer. Answer is 76,800. Answer is 2 for question number 21. So answer is 2 for question number 21. The question number 22 is related to above information. In that point 22 question should be discussed in next video.